Let's talk Doctor Who. Update. I'm going to be switching things up on here as I want to share more positivity about my life and things that I'm passionate about. Doctor Who, where did it all begin for me? So I mentioned in a previous post, Mental Health and Me, Part 2, Therapeutic Saviours, that I'm a great fan of Doctor Who, specifically the most recent incarnation, the 13th Doctor played by Jodie Whittaker. I've enjoyed the show for many years, as has my family, but it was in 2018 that my love for Doctor Who was reignited due to Jodie Whittaker. My Comic-Con experiences, Jodie Whittaker. On February 26, 2022, I attended Showmasters London Comic-Con Spring, where I met the 13th Doctor herself, Jodie Whittaker, which was an amazing experience. She was so sweet and gave an excited time and the warmest hug ever. I also attended a talk with Jodie where she spoke about her career. Doctor Who era 2005 to 2011. I watched bits of the 10th Doctor played by David Tennant when I was 7 years old, then transitioned to watching the 11th Doctor played by Matt Smith in my early teen years from 2010 to 2011. 60th anniversary and 2023 onwards. With the announcement of the 15th Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa, in May 2022, who takes over the TARDIS after David Tennant's return to the show as the 14th Doctor at the end of 2023 during the 60th anniversary of the show. Meanwhile, in November 2022, it was revealed that the actress called Millie Gibson, best known for her role in Coronation Street, was cast as Ruby Sunday, the 15th Doctor's companion. In December 2022, the costumes for both Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson were revealed on social media. I unfortunately can't show you these due to copyright, but to be honest, I don't like Ncuti Gatwa's outfit for his iteration of the Doctor, as it doesn't look like something the Doctor would wear if you were to compare it to previous incarnations. The costume looks very much like something Ncuti would be seen in for an award or fashion shows. However, I really like Millie Gibson's costume for the companion Ruby Sunday. It looks very comfortable and easy to wear and practical for gadding about and facing aliens and various other beings on adventures in the TARDIS and beyond with the Doctor. In the lead up to the 60th anniversary and beyond, I'll be rewatching what is known as New Who, starting with Matt Smith and the 11th Doctor, because I haven't watched this incarnation since my teen years, as I mentioned earlier. November 2022, London Comic-Con Winter. On 20th of November 2022, I attended Showmasters London Comic-Con Winter, where I met the 13th Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker again, but this time with a special guest, the 10th Doctor, and returning as the 14th Doctor, David Tennant. I spoke to David Tennant about my mum's favourite episode from Doctor Who at the time he played the 10th incarnation and how I admire him in his TV version of the book Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. I also got to talk to Jodie about her version of Doctor Who and how it has helped me through my battle with the mental illness obsessive compulsive disorder and how much joy her being the Doctor has brought to my life. December 2022, the non-stop obsession begins. During this month, I've been enjoying the first series with the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, including his companions, Amy Pond, the girl who waited, and Rory Williams, the last Centurion, aka Amy's husband. Later on, I finished the journey of the 11th Doctor with Rory and Amy. I then moved on to the next journey of the 11th Doctor, featuring his next companion, the Impossible Girl, or Oswin Oswald, or better known as Clara Oswald, or in my case, my favourite companion from the revival of the show. I particularly like Clara because she, in my opinion, has the most interesting and exciting character story arc, as when we first meet her as Oswin Oswald in the Asylum of the Daleks episode, she turns out to be a Dalek and unfortunately dies for her first time. We later on encounter her for a second time as her better known self, Clara Oswald, a nanny in Victorian time who is running from scary snowmen with pointy teeth. Also, in that month, I resubscribed to Audible, where I began listening to the 11th Doctor Tales, a collection of audio stories, some of which are narrated by the 11th Doctor himself, Matt Smith. At that time as well, Spotify launched their audiobook feature, at which time I purchased another collection of audio stories called Doctor Who Origin Stories, telling the origins of some of the Doctor's companions, including Ace, Amy Pond, Ryan Sinclair, Yasmin Khan, the Master, Clara Oswald, and many more. I also began posting Doctor Who content onto Instagram under the amended account name From Gabby's Anime Corner to Gallifreyan Anime Gal, on which I post both Doctor Who and anime related content.